Okay, now what I'm going to show you here, we got a couple of loin back straps, and I'm just going to kind of go through the process of how to peel these apart, and I will cut some regular chops, and then we'll do some butterfly to show you how we do that. So first of all, I'm just going to grab by the skinny end right here. I can grab a hold of this fat and this membrane and separate it. I can do all this by hand, get most of this, the bigger part of it off, and then I can go through and trim up and use part of this for trim, get rid of that tendon and this big chunk of fat layer on the top of the back. So now I've got it peeled down like that. That's what it looks like on both sides. So what I'll do is I'll start from the large end of the loin, and I'll come into the end of it and holding my blade at about a 20-degree angle, just like you're filleting a fish, and just follow that membrane all the way down. So that takes that gristle off of that back strap all in one shot. So now what I can do is just kind of clean it up a little bit better. Any of that gristle, we can add that into our trim pile. It's going to be just fine. So then I'll peel off this top. I like to separate this. Some guys leave this in here. I like to clean it up nice. It just makes for a really nice looking steak. So I'll peel that off, come right down to the end there. Clean this up, square it off. I've got a little bit of tail still on this side. Okay, so there we've got our nice clean loin. Clean that up a little. All right, so take our butcher knife here, outdoor edge, make some nice little chops. Now you can make these any thickness that you want. You know, we're doing about a 1/2 inch, maybe a little under right here, makes a pretty nice size, and just a beautiful, beautiful piece of meat there. Notice how I keep my fingers tucked in at that knife side. These knives are very sharp. So now, again, we'll take towards the skinny side, we'll peel this apart, get this big stuff off here, trim it up, what we can use for trim, put in our trim pile, throw away the excess fat. So we've got our regular cut there, flip it over, with that 20 degrees angle. You can kind of hold it against that gristle and peel it right off, just slick. Okay, we'll clean him up again here, get this separated from the membrane. It just makes this for really nice to keep it cleaned up, get any gristle, make these steaks as best they can be. Make sure we're clean on this side, looks pretty good. I mean, see how good of a job that does. So now I'll grab my butcher knife again. Now if we're going to do a butterfly, we'll straighten that end up. So I'm going to cut all the way to the very bottom. Like I'm just going to have like a 1/4 inch left, so then I can split those out and I can make twice the size of steak of my normal chop. Split in, leave about a 1/4 inch. And you can do that all the way down this loin, and this is what they call butterflied loin chop.